Hello, Aries, and welcome back to Sage and Stone Tarot. My name is Jennifer, and last evening, I had just finished your monthly Twin Flame Soulmate reading for the month of December, and now, as I stated in that video, I was going to come back and I was going to do an extra reading. It is a winter solstice Yule reading. I have been doing this for all of the zodiac signs. Partly because I want to expand my readings on the channel and try out some new things. And for those who are living in the Northern Hemisphere, we are now entering winter and we're approaching winter solstice / Yule. So I wanted to do a reading for all of the zodiac signs. And I know that those who live on the Southern Hemisphere, they are in summertime. But even if you live in the Southern Hemisphere, you might be able to take some of the messages that are going to come out in this reading because the subject of the reading, it can be approached or felt throughout the year, depending no matter what the season is. And I will be putting a timestamp in the comment section below for those who don't want to listen to what kind of reading this is. You want to go straight to the reading, but it would be beneficial to you to understand what kind of reading it is. This winter solstice Yule reading, winter solstice and Yule, it's the shortest day and the longest night. And in the Northern Hemisphere, during this like darkened time of the year, it can often bring a sense of loneliness for various reasons for people, loneliness and depression and grief, and then it can bring up memories of all that we have lost. But what I also wanted to make known is that the darkness itself holds its own beauty, even though it doesn't feel that way. It's a time of year that is about like dreaming and rest and reflection and giving us a chance to honor our grief and our sorrow. And Yule is about welcoming back the light. And I've come to realize as I've gotten older that we must walk through the darkness and honor her in order to embrace the light. I live in the state of Arizona presently. I moved here 3 years ago. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York, but I've lived in 5 states. I've lived in Pennsylvania and Connecticut. I lived in Virginia and a very small state in Florida. And now that I live in Arizona, Arizona has truly helped my overall emotional well-being, mental well-being. I love the sun and I need the sun to thrive. But this particular reading has 4 questions. It's not a spread that I created. It came from a website called GaianSoul.com, Joanna Colbert, and I will put her website in the description box below in case you are interested in seeing more of her work and what she does. And so the first question actually centers around the darkness or the brokenness, what you have lost, what you are grieving, and what feels broken within. And I want to remind you, Aries, that you are not broken. You are whole. You have always been whole. You were born whole. And certain situations in our life, events in our life, can have us feeling broken. And there's a various number of reasons why we might feel broken within. But just remember that you are whole. The second question centers on the promise, the return of the sun and renewal, and what is the promise of renewal. And the third is the integration of dark and light, and what wisdom does the dark and light offer as they intertwine. And then the fourth is the gift of the dark, what longs to be remembered and restored, and what is the gift of the dark. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this on the side so I can remember the questions. I should know them because I've been doing a whole of the zodiac, but I don't. I will start off with my Moonology cards. I always start off with my Moonology cards with all of the readings. I might change it up a bit in the future, but I love these cards. They speak to me. I'm very connected to the cards. This will give an overall energy for Aries. This particular, it's not a love reading. This is for the zodiac sign Aries. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, anywhere that Aries might be in your chart, you might resonate with. So this will give you an overall energy of what you might be feeling, and throughout the rest of December and winter time. And then I will go into the tarot, which I will be using my Radiance Rider-Waite deck. And if I need clarification, I will be using my Crystal Visions Tarot. And at the very end, I will give 3 messages of love from the Whispers of Love Oracle deck by Angela Hartfield. So let's get started. This is an overall feeling or energy that will be in and around you, Aries, for winter solstice, for the winter time, Yule. And as I've said, I will be expanding the readings that I will be doing on my channel going forth. I will always be doing the love readings, the twin flame, the soulmate readings for the zodiac signs, but I'm going to be expanding on the kinds of readings that I'm going to be doing. Okay, one more. I'm told one more. Okay. For Aries. What are some energies that are surrounding Aries during this winter solstice? Okay. All right, Aries. We have 3 full moon cards, Aries, here. Full moon in Aquarius, full moon in Capricorn, full moon in Sagittarius. And then at the very end, we have a new moon eclipse card. There is a new moon, I believe. It is on Christmas Day, and that is going to be in the sign of Capricorn. It's going to be a solar eclipse. Yes, a solar eclipse. And Aries, I must say that your twin flame, your soulmate reading, you had gotten this same card, expect powerful change. So what I'm feeling very strongly for the sign of Aries in general, that Aries is going to be embarking upon extreme, I shouldn't say extreme, a very powerful transformation or change as the winter moves on and goes into this new decade of 2020. So we have full moon in Aquarius, show the world the real you, and a full moon in Capricorn. Being that we have 3 full moon cards, Aries, there is a lot between now. I'm feeling that there's going to be a lot of surrendering and a lot of letting go throughout this winter season. Winter solstice and Yule, bringing back the light and walking into this new decade. You're going to be a lot of purging. I feel like a lot of just a kind of one last purge and push of absolutely everything and anything that is not in alignment with your soul's path, with your life, all areas and aspects of your life. Because we have show the world the real you, and the end of a tough cycle approaches. What I'm feeling for you, Aries, if you have felt 2 things, if you have felt up until this point that you have been hiding your true authentic self, or holding back for fear of what others might feel, think, or say, now is the time. Spirit is telling you that's not going to be allowed anymore. Spirit and the universe is not going to allow you to do that. You're going to be pushed into showing the world who you truly are at a very authentic level. And once you do that, this is a full moon, once you are able to surrender and let go all of the fears that you hold in showing who you truly are, the end of a tough cycle approaches. This is when this struggle, if you have been having this struggle of really kind of feeling like you only have one step like in your authentic self, but you're holding a lot back. Once you surrender and let go and trust the universe, the end of a tough cycle is going to come towards you. Um, and what Spirit is also asking you to do while you are doing this, while you are purging and surrendering and letting go, is a full moon in Sagittarius, looking at the bigger picture. In order to with the archer, the Sagittarius is the archer. When I see this bow and arrow, as you are looking to make your mark or hitting the bullseye, you know, it is looking at everything from almost like an aerial view, as if you were in a helicopter looking down like on your life, you know, relationships, friendships, job situations, anything and everything, looking at the bigger picture. And if it's not in alignment with who you truly are, it is time for you to step out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone. The universe and spirit, I feel, is really trying to push you to really like step it up and show who you truly are, and not to worry, because those people who love you unconditionally are going to be around no matter what. And for those people who aren't meant to be in your sphere, they're going to fall away naturally. And again, the new moon eclipse card, expect powerful change. So again, like I said in your twin flame soulmate reading that I've done for the month of December, you got the same card, expect powerful change. So there is change that is coming your way. There is definite change, and I feel that it's a very internal shift, a very internal, powerful change that is going on within you. And then once that starts to resonate outward, you're going to start seeing your physical world start to change. And it goes without saying, as above, so below, as within, so without. It starts from within in order to see the powerful change from without. So I'm going to keep these on the side. And so let me get into the tarot. And this is what centers on during this darkened time, during this winter solstice, the Yule and winter time. What have you lost? What are you grieving? And what feels broken within? So these are some of the things that you can purge out, that you can heal. This is something that you could be grieving or you feel you have lost. And what feels broken within. Because once we can get up close and personal to what it is that we are grieving, what we feel we have lost, and what feels broken, and when we acknowledge that, that's when we can face it and we can acknowledge, forgive, surrender, and let go. And that's how we can bring the return of the sun or the return of the light back into our life. All right. One more. I appreciate your patience. If I am silent, it's because I am concentrating on the cards and messages given. So, Spirit, what for Aries? What are they grieving? What feels broken? What do they feel they have lost? Aries, what are they grieving? What have they lost? Okay. Any more messages, Spirit? All right. All right, from the bottom of the deck, which is it's a crowning energy. It's a main message for you, Aries. We have the Star card. So this is a given during this winter solstice, the winter time, this darkened time. You are going through, and again, if you haven't seen my my twin flame soulmate reading, this card came up twice for you, Aries, and for those in some kind of divine sacred soul connection. There's a lot of healing for you, Aries, that you will be that I feel that for the collective of Aries that I am tapping into, that I'm channeled to. There's a lot of healing that is taking place. There's a lot of healing. And what you feel that you have lost and what are you grieving. We have the Justice card. There's a couple of messages. For the group of Aries that I'm connecting to, this could, or a small group, the Justice card. If there has been some kind of divorce or some kind of breakup of some kind, this I feel for Aries, this is what they feel they have lost, that they are grieving, and what feels broken. If it's not an actual divorce, it's a feeling, what you feel that you have lost or feels broken, that there hasn't been any balance. I feel that there hasn't been any balance, and with the Sun card next to it, because this is the way it's sitting, with the Ace of Swords. So let me bring this up for you. The Justice to the Sun to the Ace of Swords. I feel that what you feel you have lost and grieving and feeling broken inside is some truth. There's truth. I feel that with the Sun here, that there is no sun because there has been no truth. And this, I feel, is connected to a very significant relationship or friendship. This could be any kind of relationship, whether it's a love relationship or a work relationship, family, friendship, any kind of relationship. What I'm feeling is that, Aries, that you are healing and grieving some kind of loss of balance, loss of truth, and not feeling very strong. This is actually it's forcing you to go deep within the strength, the reserves of the strength that you have from within. And with the Five of Swords, this is a feeling of being stabbed in the back. This is not, the Five of Swords is never a good feeling. It's a feeling of animosity and a lot of conflict, and you walking away, because the Justice card was the first card and the Five of Swords was this last card coming out. So a feeling of, and this is, like I said, a significant kind of relationship, friendship, that you have felt stabbed in the back, lied to. The Ace of Swords is right in the middle. So this is, the Ace of Swords is about truth, really getting to the truth of the matter. And with the Sun card here, it feels like the sun has kind of gone down in your life a little bit because of this situation, which is, you are healing. I feel that there's a deep sadness and a deep hurting, because this is, like I said, I don't mean to repeat myself, but this is a very significant relationship that you are looking for some kind of justice, for some kind of truth, to balance the scales again within you. You want the sun to come out. But remember what the Moonology cards, the end of a tough cycle approaches, and expect powerful change. So as you are healing, as you are moving through the winter, and you are healing this pain, this loss that you feel, the end is near, and you are going to gain in strength, because we do have the Strength card, and you're going to come out of this with a new level of strength that you never had, or a strength that you thought you didn't have, and you surprise yourself with a strength that comes from you after this heartbreak that you are feeling. So The next question is about promise. It's about the rebirth of the sun and renewal. And what is the promise of renewal? What is this promise of renewal after this heartbreak, this loss that you're feeling, that you could be feeling? Promise of the sun, promise of renewal and rebirth and return of the sun. What is the promise of renewal, Spirit? And because you had quite a few major arcana cards, Aries, you are being divinely protected and guided at all times. Your December twin flame soulmate reading, there were 8 major arcana cards that came up for your energy, Aries. So you are being very guided. You are very protected and very guided. And I feel that the Aries, the collective of Aries, is connecting very, very strongly within themselves and their higher power. Okay, so promise of renewal. What is the promise of renewal? Promise of renewal. Promise of renewal for Aries. What is the promise of renewal for Aries, Spirit? Promise of renewal. Oh my goodness. What Aries, I'm telling you, there are 3 major arcana cards that are coming, that wow, you are like, I'm speechless. I truly, this is a first of all of the readings that I've done since I've opened the channel. I have never come across a reading for a zodiac sign that so many major arcana cards have come out. Anything else, Spirit? Again, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 major arcana cards. And again, 5 major arcana cards. Okay. Okay, so Aries, what is the promise? The promise, the rebirth of the sun and renewal. Wow. There is some very deep, very soul deep healing for you, Aries. Again, I'm going to zone in on the very middle card because I feel that that's very important. And I believe that your December reading, your twin flame soulmate reading, had the same in the middle for you, Aries. You, the Lover's card. So what I feel, the promise of renewal. This is you are balancing. You are choosing yourself. You are choosing yourself. You are balancing the masculine and feminine energies within you. Alpha, Omega, yin and yang. This is all about you. And I'm not sure, I don't remember who the angel, I don't know if this is Archangel Michael or Archangel Gabrielle. I'm not sure which angel is, I'll have to find out. But again, you are being guided and protected by your guides, by spirit, by God, the universe. So this is making a choice to fill up your own cup. This is a moral and ethical choice, and this is a choice that you have chosen to choose yourself. And so the cards that I pulled from the bottom of the deck, the crowning energies, which is also about balance, your December reading, again, I know I keep mentioning this, but it's all about balance. We have the High Priestess. So the return of the sun for you, the return and the promise of renewal for you is balancing from within, trusting your knowing, embodying this High Priestess energy. The High Priestess, she just knows that she knows that she knows. She is an energy of mystery. And when I say that, it's just this knowing. It's not something that you have to share with everyone because you just know. It is tapping into your intuition and your third eye, your intuition, your knowing, trusting your soul voice. And again, we have, and because this is balancing, because you are tapping into that intuition, to that deep inner knowing and balancing that out, this healing that you are obviously on, this journey, this healing journey that you're obviously on, it is giving you a renewed hope and a renewed inspiration, renewed purpose. And then from the High Priestess, because this is like a progression to me, because we have the High Priestess going into the Empress. You know, you emerge into this the promise of creation and manifestation. You create your world that is full of beauty and love. This is unconditional love. This is creation energy, and this is what you embody. You emerge out of feeling very balanced, and with a very strong sense of knowing. This is powerful change. Again, the end of a tough cycle approaches. This is very powerful change, and this is a very powerful internal change. We have the Chariot card again. You got this card in the other reading I've done. This is moving forward. Your determination and your will, your courage to move forward. With balance again, we have the Sphinx, the black and the white, the High Priestess, the black and the white. This is balancing. The Lover's card, this is balancing. I really feel that you're coming to a place, Aries, that you are balancing. You're understanding the balance that you need from within, as within, so without, as above, so below. That's what I keep being shown. And that's what I said in the last reading I did for you, Aries. And with all of this forward movement and this balancing from within, we have the promise of renewal. This is the Ace of Cups. This is you are filling and have filled. This is a resurgence of self-love. This is an overflowing cup of self-love. If you see the overflow of the water from the cup, there are 5 streams of water. That represents all of our 5 senses. So what I see and what I feel is that there's such a sense of peace within that the 5 streams of water touches in on all 5 senses, and you are just raining down with this blessed love, this unconditional love, and this overflow. You are going to be able to give to those people who matter, those who have not been with you or who have hurt you. They're going to fall away. 5 of Cups, the promise of renewal. No more sadness, no more grief. That's gone. That is going to dissipate and fall away because you are now in such a strong place internally with all of the healing work that you have been doing, that this grief, this sadness, what you have felt broken from within, it fades away. It's not that you are going to forget. It's just that you have forgiven. You have forgiven yourself. You have forgiven others, and you come to a very strong place of unconditional self-love, which allows you to give that kind of unconditional love to others. So your readings, both of your readings I find to be very amazing, Aries. The third is the integration of dark and light. What wisdom does the dark and light offer you as they integrate together? So, I think that there's been a lot of that, shown with the cards I've already pulled. But the integration of dark and light, what wisdom does that offer you, Aries? The wisdom of the dark and light. The integration of dark and light, and what wisdom does that give to you, Aries? Okay. So the integration of dark and light, what wisdom, Spirit, does the integration of dark and light have for Aries? The integration of dark and light. What is the gift and the wisdom given to Aries, Spirit? The integration of dark and light. Integration of dark and light. Too many, Spirit. Too many. The integration of dark and light. The integration of dark and light. The integration, this one wants to peek out. Integration of dark and light. What is the wisdom? Another major arcana card. Excuse me. Integration of dark and light. Wow. All right. So, from the bottom of the deck, the crowning energy, the integration of the dark and light, when it has been integrated, what is the gift and the wisdom it offers to you? Again, we have the Empress card. So, I mean, this card has been pulled so many times for you, Aries, between both of the readings. So for the group of Aries that I'm channeling in, the gift and the wisdom is that of the energy of the Empress. It is knowing that you are a co-creator with the universe. You will from this point on and moving into 2020, you will not accept anything less than what is beautiful and loving. And when I say beautiful, I'm not speaking of superficial, shallow beauty. I'm talking about the kind of universal beauty. You will no longer accept anything less than loving and kind. This is powerful. This is very, very powerful. You are a powerful creator and you are going to now manifest. This is expect powerful change. The gift and the wisdom of the integration of dark and light. We have the Five of Swords again. What I feel is that whatever hurts you or whoever hurts you, you now have gathered all of the weapons that have hurt you, because those quote weapons will no longer hurt you because you are much more aware, you are much stronger within your knowing. So these particular like quote weapons, this is something that you are now very much aware, and it's not something that you are going to allow to hurt you again. Six of Cups, what I feel is the integration of dark and light is that through this very intense healing soul journey that you have been on and have been embarking upon throughout the rest of the winter solstice. This is, I feel, past life healing, inner child healing, connecting to that child within and healing some childhood wounding that might still be there. And again, right in the middle, which sits right under the Empress. So we have the High Priestess and the Empress. So these two are very powerful energies that are within your realm right now. Aries is the High Priestess. The gift of the dark and the light is the balance from within. It is standing in the seat of your knowing, your intuition. The Ten of Wands with the Six of Wands. We have two sixes again. Sixes vibrate with the energy of unconditional love, which I feel I go back to the Empress card. The Empress is all about unconditional love. So the Ten of Wands and the Six of Wands, the gift of the dark and the light, successfully laying all of the burdens down. Success after much strife and sorrow and pain and grief. You have successfully and will successfully lay the burdens that were not yours to carry. You have laid them down, and you are learning to balance what is yours to carry and to work through, and what is not yours, and to lay them down and to walk away. So that is the gifts and the wisdom of the dark and the light intertwining together. And lastly is what longs to be remembered and restored. What is the gift of the dark? Again, I feel that I have already mentioned that, but what longs to be remembered and or restored? So something to remember, or something that is being restored within you as you move along. Okay. All right. What longs to be remembered or restored? Remembered and restored, Spirit. This one wants to come out. Wow. Oh my goodness. I have no more words. I have no more words, Aries. Seriously. I wish I had other words. I feel like I keep repeating myself. I mean, Aries is golden. I feel like Aries is so heavily protected with some like this divine energy, this divine love from God, from universe, from spirit. Wow, Aries. Okay, so the gifts of the dark. So here we are. We have the Death card to the Temperance card, the gift of the dark, what longs to be remembered and restored. So death energy, everything, what the gift of the dark is that by allowing things to be cut out, transformed, transmuted, and healed, you allow everything to balance out, to temper, and knowing that that everything comes in divine timing. This is a card of alchemy, balancing everything in the right way at the right time, and really, really having a very strong relationship with your higher power, whatever that is. The gift of the dark is that you are the magician. You are a co-creator with the universe. You have all of the tools and the resources to create the life that you deeply desire. And that because this actually, with the magician, this is a progression. The fool to the magician, this is trusting who you are, trusting yourself, trusting this journey that you have been on, trusting the universe, taking this leap of faith with blind trust and blind faith, stepping off this cliff, knowing that the universe has your back. Because you have a very strong sense of knowing. Again, this is 4 major arcana cards. What the gift of the dark? We have the Queen of Swords. The gift of the dark and what longs to be remembered and restored. See, a lot of times the Queen of Swords is seen as kind of like the bitch of all 4 queens and of the tarot, but really she has there's an angel on her throne, as well as the butterfly on the bottom, which is about transformation. And with the Queen of Swords has gone through a lot of pain and a lot of trials and tribulations, and she does have a compassionate heart. But what she has learned along the way is that she has had to establish boundaries, and she will no longer accept anything less than. And this sword that is sitting straight up is that she will not accept anything other than the truth from within, walking her truth, speaking her truth, and she won't accept anything less from anybody else. So that is something that is a gift of the dark from you. 5 of Wands. What I feel is to be remembered is not to allow the conflict from within, the inner conflict, to overwhelm you and overtake you, and as well as it's just stepping out of the drama. This is something that you now, with all of these major arcana cards from both of the readings I've done for you, Aries, is that this is not, you are not having it. A gift of the dark is really, really acknowledging where, like, it's that quote, not my circus, not my monkey. So you want no part of it. And with the 7 of Cups, this is making choices. This is allowing yourself to dream. This is allowing yourself to make choices, not to be overwhelmed and confused, and only to make choices that are in alignment with your spiritual self and your spiritual life. Remember remembering the turbulent waters that you have sailed through, remembering that and knowing that with a lot of strength, you have sailed off to calmer waters. You have the Strength card again. You just made a conscious choice to dive deep into your inner strength and to have blind trust. Because if you look at the Strength card, the angel has her hand in the lion's mouth, knowing that the lion isn't going to harm her, and the lion is allowing the angel to put her hand in his mouth, knowing that the angel is not going to harm him. So that is having a very strong blind trust, and that is a blind trust within yourself, and remembering where you have come from, remembering the turbulent waters that you once were in, and you have now sailed off to calmer waters, and you are feeling much more at peace within yourself and within your life. These two readings that I've done for you, Aries, I'm just blown away, completely blown away by all of the major arcana cards that have come out for you, for this particular zodiac sign. I've never experienced that before, like I said. So 3 messages of love from the Whispers of Love Oracle. And this happens to be, out of all of the winter solstice readings, this is the longest one so far. And I feel that it's been worth it. And if you are still with me through the duration of this, I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much. And if you are resonating with this, please give it a thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to book a personal reading, I have them open again. All of my readings are 20% off throughout the month of December. So just in the description box below is how you will be able to get in touch with me. So here we are. 3 messages of love from the Whispers of Love Oracle by Angela Hartfield. 3 messages, Spirit, 3 messages for Aries. I think we have 2 of them here. All right. Oh, too many, Spirit, too many. I think Spirit really loves you guys. So it's asking me to take 4. So there's 4 here. So choose love. You always have a choice as to what you should do. So always, in all situations, choose love. Listen to your heart. Bring love into the situation and not fear and not ego. We can establish strong boundaries, and we can do it from a very firm but loving way. The heart of the matter, there is more going on than meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about. I think that getting to the heart of the matter is part of this deep healing journey that you have been on, Aries. And so always really recognize and look deeper into the heart of the matter. And I think that that's coming from within yourself. And this is a progression. This is card 21 to 22. So this is a progression, and you have gotten cards like that throughout both readings that I've done. So you are very much in tune and in progression with your healing journey, I feel. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. 16, which reduces down to a 7. 7 often is a very spiritual number. It taps into your spirituality as well as rapid soul development. So just know that even in the pain and even in the darkness, that there is love there. There are gifts and lessons in the dark. And that love truly is all around you. It's just simply acknowledging this. It can be very simple things that maybe we might not recognize while we're, in a lot of pain at the time. But if we can kind of take a step back and just really kind of look around us, we'll know that love truly is all around us. And listen with your heart. You are listening to what is being said to you, but need to listen with a loving heart. So no matter what, make sure that you are truly listening. That doesn't mean being a walking doormat. That just means listening with love through the lens of unconditional love. Because you are, and this is card number 1. So this is, this is new opportunities. This is starting. This is like the Fool, almost. Well, it's not zero, but this is like, a beginning, a spiritual awakening. And I just lost the card. It's like across the room. So listen with an open heart. And that also means, just being very truthful and choosing love and making sure that you're recognizing the heart of the matter. And so, Aries, if you liked this reading, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, Aries, I wish you so much love and so much peace.